Both technically and politically, the Galileo project is advancing stage by stage. And alongside the in-orbit validation with the launching of the Jove satellites, important political decisions are opening the horizon for the first civil global positioning system. From now on, it's the European Union that will fund the deployment of Galileo, with the Commission becoming directly responsible for the management of the EGNOS and Galileo programs. The European Space Agency will act on behalf of the Union as prime contractor for the program.
It's a
change of role for ESA because we are no longer the customers. We're the prime contractor, so we are now responsible to our customer, the European Commission, for the development of this constellation with European industry. So it's a new role, it's a new culture. But what remains the same is ESA's technical expertise. Whatever ESA's role, it's this technical expertise that has enabled ESA to carry out over 70 missions and applications so far, and all of them were successful.
In November 2007, the European Parliament and the EU Transport Council decided to abandon the idea of a public-private partnership in favour of public funding, a decision that will allow Europe to assert its independence in this key area that is satellite navigation.
Galileo is a program entirely funded by the European Union to the sum of 3.4 thousand million euros. Clearly, Galileo will give the European Union a necessary independence in the field of satellite navigation. Imagining a Europe dependent one day on an American system and the next day on a Russian or a Chinese one is just unthinkable. We're not building Galileo as some sort of competition to American GPS, but as its twin brother, allowing Europe to have its own signal, which is also to the advantage of our friends on the other side of the Atlantic.
An agreement between the European Commission and ESA is being drawn up with particular reference to their respective responsibilities and the detail of the setting up of the Galileo system.
Although today we are only at the start of deployment of the constellation, we have been working on satellite navigation. With the EGNOS system for 10 years, EGNOS offers an improvement on the GPS system over Europe and works very well, is operational now, and is already assisting with the proper use of navigation satellites. With the Jove satellite, which has been operating in orbit now for over 2 years, which shows that we are delivering a very effective signal, and then with Jove B, which will test the technologies of the operational constellation. So we're not starting from scratch. We may be in the early stages, but we are building on very solid foundations.
Following on from Jove B, in-orbit validation of Galileo will continue. Eventually, Galileo will consist of a whole network of ground stations together with a constellation of 30 satellites that will be manufactured by European industry.
We're going to prepare a call for tenders for the construction of all the satellites that will make up the Galileo constellation. And we hope that by the end of this year, or the beginning of next, the procurement contracts will be signed, and European enterprises will be able to develop their capacity to build these satellites, to construct the ground equipment, and to make the system function. And then we'll be in a position to launch the other satellites from 2011 onwards, and in 2013, Galileo will be operational.